Hi everybody, welcome back to Movie Related. Well, after a whole week in theaters, Army of the Dead finally is on Netflix. We can watch it. And Zack Snyder is on a quest. He's on a quest to make the longest movies in Hollywood history. I think that's his thing now. It's not a certain action type. It's not a certain actor type. It's long films. And we're going to talk about Army of the Dead with Dave Bautista right after this. Okay, thanks for your input, Mark. Now we'll start the video.
Paul just spent the whole last thing talking about how everything's been cut out of the book adaptation.
All right, Paul, why don't you give us a quick rundown on Army of the Dead plot and story?
This is a movie where a rich guy goes and he gets a bunch of ragtag gunners and fighters to go and get some money out of the basement of a casino, which is in Las Vegas, which is infected by zombies and walled off so that they're all contained. And they go in, they have to crack the safe and get out before a nuclear strike. That's the plot. That's everything.
Right. It's Ocean's 11 with zombies.
And guns.
And guns.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, and there's two types of zombies. There's like a shambling zombie, like your typical slow motion, and then there's the intelligent, emotional zombies in this movie that are the leaders kind of thing.
Is this a spoiler review?
Yeah,
Guess so.
it was in theaters a whole week.
Okay, so the movie starts off and you have these military guys transporting something that's super secret, and it breaks free, and it turns out that it's the alpha zombie.
Yeah. They don't even know what they're transporting.
No. And if this alpha zombie turns you into a zombie, then you are also super smart. You have dexterity and you're really
You're quick, you're faster,
You're not
stronger.
one of the shamblers. Yeah. And so that's why you have the two different classes of zombie. And when they initially go in, it's just the shamblers they encounter. A nice, easy fight, a little bit of gunplay. And then later on you encounter the bigger guys.
Which I kind of liked that dynamic that they set up, right? That you had an intelligent species of zombie, and then you had a less intelligent species of zombie. I kind of like that because we haven't seen that before in a zombie movie.
I like it. I just don't think they capitalized on it.
Yeah, they could have done more with it for sure.
Yeah, because it was mostly just the shamblers.
Yeah.
Yeah, and well, also in the ending, the super smart zombies weren't really that smart. They just kept attacking one by one in a row.
Well, I think they made it very, very clear that the alpha, like that, the main alpha was the smartest of sort of everybody.
However, remember when at one point a female lead zombie and another smart, intelligent zombie first interact with the group, and when you see this, he's like ducking the guns on his way, and he gets almost all the way to them before he's finally taken down. At the end, these exact same zombies are being picked off with one single pistol shot way down a hallway. Like they overdid, or a machine, 50 zombies, all headshots. And I don't know about you, but a machine gun isn't that accurate to hit everybody when you do this. It just hit every single headshot, and they all do this.
When I was watching the Queen zombie, I said, Dawn is hating this. Dawn is hating this Queen zombie so much because the way you hated the one on Suicide Squad, the witch, and she was doing this all the time.
No, see, you got that wrong. I like the witch when she was the witch. When she was just the evil witch girl. It's when she changed into the Cleopatra character.
Okay, well that's what
I hate it.
Like when this Queen zombie is doing this all the time, and
yeah, but all the zombies were doing that. All the smart ones were kind of doing this all the time. I didn't, so it fit the character.
Okay.
All right, I was okay with that. Let's quickly do what we liked about the movie and then what we didn't like about the movie. I liked that there was a dynamic between the zombies. There was a difference. There was an explanation a little bit about the zombies. And I liked the action that was in it. Lots of action, lots of gun shooting. And it was ultra violent. It's ultra violent, everybody. It's not a child-friendly zombie movie.
No, it's basically a shooter video game.
Yeah.
It is.
Gore shooting.
And lots of gore. So I liked all the action and things like that. I don't mind the cast too much overall, considering this is the kind of movie it is. Right? Anybody else have anything they liked?
I liked the soundtrack.
Oh, yep. A lot of Elvis and Vegas type movies that you would think of when you're thinking of Vegas. You would definitely think of some of these songs.
Yeah.
I like the Tiger.
Okay.
I like
Zombie Tiger.
Dave Bautista. The helicopter pilot, Tig Notaro, I think.
She was great.
She's normally a comedian.
She was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I liked the German safecracker.
Yeah. Okay. I wasn't crazy about him.
He was a little bit weenie, but
little too flamboyant.
I was okay. And the guy that was sent along with them, I think he was the dad on Raising Hope. I'm not sure. But he was
to watch over everybody.
I liked him being there just because I liked him in other stuff. Okay. But the rest of the cast, I thought they were very weak.
They were there for kills. A lot of them.
I guess.
Yeah. If you have that many people in a zombie movie, somebody's got to die.
Like the coyote, the French girl that speaks English. Like, I just didn't feel her presence on the screen suited the movie at all. At all.
Right. Well, yeah. But they had to have some differences. Every character that they came up with had a different type of personality, whether they worked or not. You had the YouTube guy,
He was
so you had the tough guy who was questioning everything, and he's the last guy in the end of the movie kind of thing. All kinds of stuff like that. What I didn't like about the movie is how they stretched a lot of scenes. And I'm not talking the action scenes. I'm talking just dialogue scenes sometimes. For instance, a perfect example is the opening. We have this newlywed couple who just getting married, and then we have the army guys leaving their base. That goes on for almost 10 minutes. And it keeps cutting back between them, her getting frisky in the car, her doing some stuff to her new husband, then the army guys...
whole setup of the whole apocalypse.
But at any point in that scene, did you not think they were going to have an accident?
Well, obviously we knew.
Okay, but don't. What I mean, that was a 10-minute scene to show us something we knew was going to happen. How would this have been if we didn't see the army guys? We just see them doing their quick thing for like a minute and a half, and all of a sudden there's headlights and boom, they hit this military thing.
I wasn't as upset about it as you.
But
are.
I mean, I'm talking about this is the whole movie.
Well, you want to shorten the movie? Take out his daughter.
Yeah.
Take out the 3 women that went in and didn't come out.
That we don't know why they go in.
Like, we're trapped in the middle of this zombie-infested area, and the daughter, without telling anybody, goes across town to a hotel to rescue 3 women that she's concerned about. Would never happen. She would have died in 3 seconds, and this extra plot thing took 45 minutes of the movie.
And didn't need
and
to
she
be
left with a
movie.
pistol.
Yeah.
A single pistol. That's what she left.
I didn't care about the 3 women. I didn't even like the daughter as an actress in this movie. I wasn't there for you when I should have been there for you. All that sappy stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Take all of that out.
Exactly. That's what I mean by stretching. Yeah. It didn't bring more to the movie. It took less. It took more away from the movie than it added.
And
all that stuff.
Speaking of Dave Bautista character history, okay, his daughter and him have an estranged relationship because he had to kill his wife that turned into a zombie.
Turned zombie, yeah.
And then there's this romantic thing with this other party member where he says, well, we had something and now we don't. And, well, wait, did this happen after the wife? Did this happen before the wife? Were they cheating on the wife?
No, it happened after the wife, when they were looking to escape the whole zombie. Like, I don't know.
But that takes away from the whole, I wasn't there for the daughter.
Yeah.
So why even have that whole thing in there?
Yeah, it shouldn't have been in there. It honestly, all the daughter-father relationship stuff, they could have wiped out of the movie, and it would have been a better movie for it.
I also found that there were a lot of points where you have all these different party members. Now they're suddenly separated for some reason.
Yeah.
And then they're suddenly back together.
And they're betraying each other.
Well, that you expect, though. That's
but I mean,
part of the story.
But they only can betray each other when they get separated. They can't do it when they're in part of the group. I didn't like the stretch. Like I said, the stretching of the scenes. And did anyone else think, at the beginning, right after it spreads and they start rolling the credits, and you see they're just rolling the credits of the cast and everything, and you see the different attacks on Vegas.
How it's all spreading.
And you see the A-10 Warthogs coming in and bombing and all this. Does anybody else think that they would have won already? I mean, they managed
a lot of people in Vegas,
but they managed to contain it into a single city and wall it in. I don't know if you've seen what napalm and warthogs can do, but they would have destroyed those zombies well before any of this ever got to the point where they needed to use a nuclear war.
You're upset about a lot of weird things.
But I mean, they showed how well they were doing, and then, but all of a sudden now it's now they're and. How about
had they done that though? All of the survivors around the place would have been obliterated.
But no, the warhogs were still attacking while people were in there. I mean, the soldiers called them in when they were being overwhelmed, right? You saw that scene. But how about the fact that these guys are sneaking in, right? And they're sneaking in because the only thing that they've put around, they haven't built a big protection wall or anything. They put transport containers that you see on transport ships. They built a wall with them around. But some of them, I guess, were put this way so you could actually go from one end to the other in, and that's how they get into the compound. And when they get in, they all break in with their guns. And then they just leave the door open. Nobody closes that gate up. So any zombie in the world could just wander back out into the desert and spread the virus around the rest of the world. They weren't very nice to anybody else in this movie.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they closed the door.
They didn't. Watch the movie. They didn't close the door. They absolutely did not close that.
You're telling me there was no camera shot that took your eyes away from the door where they could have closed the door?
They did not close the door because the other they did the sacrifice thing and the other zombies shown up, and the whole time, even when they started leaving, the door is still behind them and the door is still open.
I'm gonna go back and fact check that.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm not.
Because it annoyed me. I said, why are you not just closing the door? Just close the door behind you. Somebody should be closing the door.
And turn off the light.
It actually, if you can sneak into this place that easily, man, they're doing a poor job of containing a zombie virus.
I kind of liked Cobb.
There's something about his face
Yeah.
that I like. He looks funny to me.
Yeah. He kind of looked like the cable guy.
I just think his face is funny.
Yeah. But I expected to see more of him after he was turned, and I expected that there would be a bigger play from him.
Yeah, so he gets
He's the sacrifice.
sacrificed. He's traded for some leeway, I guess. And I figured there would be a plot element with him, but there was nothing. It was just a dead end.
Well, he showed up later, but he was taken out pretty quick. So
Yeah, there was nothing to it.
And the daughter proves just how foolish she was to go away because that one pistol she took ran out of bullets at the worst possible time. All 6 shots, and then she was done.
Go figure, after traveling across town in a zombie-infested area.
It's pretty weak. And boy, it's pretty lucky they got that helicopter to work that was spewing fire from its engine at one point. Okay, we're talking a lot. There's just a lot of wrong, but I guess
I know that Don has been crapping all over the movie, but I enjoyed the movie.
I would have enjoyed this at 1 hour and 45 minutes. 2 hours and 30 minutes was really long for this movie.
But it was an enjoyable watch. Like, I was entertained.
See,
And that's what I look for in a movie. Does it entertain me?
you do remember the last movie you watched from Zack Snyder. It was 4.5 hours long.
Yes, but this was not that.
No, but it seemed like he was trying.
I spent the entire movie wanting to like it more than I actually did.
Yeah.
Like, I want to feel right now that I really enjoyed this movie, but I'm lying to myself.
I had fun watching it.
Because I think a lot of the movie let me down, was too long, the cast wasn't very strong, there was some story elements that should have been just left out,
Yeah.
but it wasn't bad.
See, had they tightened it, we probably would be saying this is a much better film. The whole, even when they break into the safe, we have 10 minutes to get to the helicopter before the nuclear missile attacks, and they're in the safe and they're going, one guy's taking some money, he's going, there's a nuclear missile heading your way.
Yeah, but somebody mentioned that Zack Snyder doesn't make movies; he makes music videos.
And he did.
So that was just artistic,
Oh, I know.
Give us the visuals.
It was all for the visual and all for the scene. But again, it's stretching the storyline that didn't need to stretch. It was an action zombie film. They don't need to be stretched with my daughter's story
We can
and these
spare that
third
4
person.
seconds.
We didn't need a 10-minute opening to see a car crash. We could have been surprised by the car crash. Things like that.
See, I'm wondering, Dave Bautista turned down a role in Suicide Squad so he could work on this movie.
I still think that was probably a good move.
Is that a good move?
I think so.
I don't know,
Well,
because
with Suicide Squad 2,
I think.
because Suicide Squad 1,
Obviously.
he definitely made a good choice. Not
No, I
going
think,
with.
I think it's 2.
Well, this one he got the star.
Yeah.
The next one he wouldn't be the star. He would be in this. He would be part of an ensemble cast.
And,
Here he's the
I
star.
think it's going to flop terribly.
Well, we don't know. You never know.
Well, it's not like he's going to get a franchise out of this.
Who knows? It's Netflix.
Well, he's
He's
dead.
not going to get a franchise out of this.
Who knows? It's net. Well, he's dead. Yeah, I guess not. Unless he's the zombie next.
No.
Because
Did you watch the movie?
the zombie. Spoiler alert! It keeps going.
Okay, yeah, but
It's not over.
He won't.
But his daughter shot him in the head.
Yeah, but do you not watch horror movies of people dying and then coming back to life for no reason other than
Okay, this is the part where we have
Stories?
to end it because
Okay.
Don's talking nonsense.
You know how Zack Snyder extends everything because he just keeps going and going and going? Don's doing that.
Did you see how Mark just extended
Okay.
what he's complaining about me extending?
Okay. Just end.
What do you give it?
6.5.
Oh, I give it at least a 7.5.
I'm around a 6. Again, had I paid money in the theater, I probably would have been not happy as much. This was free on Netflix for me.
I would have been okay with seeing this one in the theater as opposed to Those Who Wish Me Dead.
Oh yeah,
but-
much different. At least there's action more.
But
But
I'd give them the same quality.
well, I gave it a 6. I gave both a
I
6.
didn't say you didn't.
No, what I mean, you sounded like you were saying, "Hey, what are you doing?" But you know what? Well,
Let's just redo this whole video.
as we say that, here's a quick question for you. If we would have saw this in theater, do you think we might have enjoyed it more
Yes.
for the big screen experience of this type of movie than watching it on TV?
I think I can say that about a lot of movies lately.
See, Those Who Wish Me Dead, probably not. Not a big difference. This type of movie with the big explosions and all that and the action, I think would have been so much better in the theaters. So it might have been a 7 in the theaters, but watching it at home, to me, it's still a 6.
Yeah.
All right. Just goes to show you, don't get rid of movie theaters, Hollywood. We need them. So let's get them back open. I hope you appreciate this video. Why not take a look at some more? Did you like our extended version of this interview?
Interview?
Well, it's the same thing. See you next time on the channel.
You're all over the place.